Hey, welcome back to my channel. So I'm coming to you to give an update about the consultation that I had for weight loss surgery last week. It was on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. Today is the 9th of January, 9th of June 2020. So I had my consultation. Everything went really well. The surgeon was great. He was really easy to talk to. I got to talk to his nurse practitioner and ask her questions too. Everyone was so nice, so just transparent about the process, about everything that was needed to make sure that I qualified for the surgery, and about getting scheduled for the surgery and just how everything worked. So full transparency, I did decide to do self-pay because we are in June. And to even qualify for insurance, I was gonna have to do 6 months of dieting with my doctor, which I'd already started a few days before with my doctor officially. I talked to her back in May and started dieting then, but since she couldn't see me at that appointment, it was a teledoc appointment, she couldn't weigh me in at that point. So that didn't really count as like one of the months. So June was the start date. So that would have ended my dieting in November. Technically, I would have had to see her again early December to like finish up the whole plan for insurance approval, and then insurance would have 30 days to then approve the surgery. And the doctor didn't think that that would happen by the end of December. Like, I wouldn't be having the surgery by the end of December. It probably would have been scheduled for January or February. And my insurance is changing in January. We have no idea what kind of plan we're gonna have. My company got bought out, so we know that. Right now, our insurance is obviously stable until the end of December, but after that, we have no idea, like, what kind of insurance we're gonna have, what kind of plan we'll have, if it'll cover it. Like, there were so many unknowns, and I knew how frustrated I would be if I got all the way through this process and got denied, or, you know, got to where they approved it, but then I couldn't get it scheduled by the end of the year, so then I had to, like, deal with a new insurance company in January to, like, get it scheduled, and it not happen, or something go wrong, like, and I ended up doing self-pay anyway. Like, that was my biggest fear, was waiting basically 7 months in this process, not making a movement besides losing weight naturally, which I think I said in the previous video, I have PCOS, so losing weight for me is really difficult. Like, I have lost in the past 6 weeks about 10 pounds, working my butt off to get down 10 pounds, which, I mean, it's good. That's a good bit of weight, but now I've stalled. I've stalled for over 2 weeks now. I think for 2 weeks I've been the same weight, and it's been fluctuating, kind of going up and down, up and down. And that's what happens with me with PCOS. The most I've ever lost since been diagnosed with PCOS is 30 pounds, and then I stalled again and could not lose any more, and then I started just gradually gaining back, even though I continued exercising and trying to eat healthy. So PCOS is so frustrating. So that is ultimately one of the reasons I've decided to do weight loss surgery. So I decided I am interested in gastric sleeve. So that's, people call it VSG, Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy. It's where they remove a portion of your stomach, and you end up with 4 to 6 incisions. I think I've heard that my surgeon does 6 incisions. One incision's a little bit bigger than the rest. The others are for like cameras and lights so they can kind of see what they're doing. And then that one bigger incision, which still, I mean, it's supposed to be pretty small. The one bigger incision is where they actually take your stomach piece out. So that one is the one that's more affected and hurts longer. So it's a little bit longer healing time in that section. But I am ready. Mentally, I'm ready. I've been tested and trialed this last week, but I'm ready. So let me tell you about this process and what a whirlwind self-pay is, or can be. So I asked them, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna do self-pay. This is happening. Like, I'm gonna finance it. We're gonna make it happen. Personal loan, whatever I gotta do, it's gonna happen. Here's the whirlwind of the process. I had my consult last Thursday. I'm having my surgery next Tuesday. That is like a week and a half. That's how fast it can move with self-pay. It could possibly, they said I probably could have had the surgery this Friday, but it would have been at a different hospital than where I had my lab work done. So that wouldn't have worked. There's a hospital right by my house. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like, I could probably walk there. It's like a mile and a half away. And I mean, I won't be walking there, but I could. So, yeah, that'd be funny if that was the way I got the gas out after surgery, was walking home from the hospital. But anyway, so it's not very far away, and, you know, getting labs done, the office where I had the consultation was right there next to the hospital. So it made sense just to go over and get my labs done. So Thursday when I left the hospital, I went immediately over and got lab work done. They had to do a lot of blood tests and panels. I also had to get an EKG done, so I went and got that done as well, same kind of area. And since we're in the time of the pandemic, I have to have a COVID test before surgery. So I'll be doing that this Thursday before my pre-op appointment. So my pre-op appointment is exactly 1 week after my consultation. Pretty fast. The only other things that had to be submitted to my doctor for the approval, the surgeon, was a letter of consent from my psychiatrist. So I had her, you know, I talked to her. Actually, I had an appointment scheduled with her Thursday afternoon. So I talked to her after my consultation when I made the decision, yes, I'm doing this, self-pay, let's go. So I talked to her and told her, hey, I need this. And she was like, okay, let's make it happen. So that wasn't a problem. I have to meet with the dietitian, so that is scheduled for tomorrow. So in order to schedule my surgery, the surgeon's office said I just had to have it scheduled. I didn't have to actually have it completed before they would schedule it. So Friday I called at like 11 a.m. I think it was exactly 24 hours after my consultation, and we got my surgery scheduled and booked. So my surgery date is Tuesday, June 16th. Don't know what time. I have no idea if I have to be there bright and early in the morning. I assume so, but don't know. So I think I find that out at the pre-op appointment. So I'll know like actual surgery time, that sort of thing. But I'm ready for this. So I've mentally prepared, and I don't want you to think that I literally woke up one day and said, hey, I'm going to schedule a consultation. Oh, I'm going to have this surgery. Like, and just that fast. No. I've been thinking about this and considering it for years. I had a friend of mine have VSG surgery, I think she said 5 years ago, and that's when it started in my brain. It was before I got pregnant with my daughter. I was thinking about it. And then I got pregnant and was like, okay, well, you know, let me have a healthy pregnancy. My pregnancy, pre-pregnancy weight, I was about 230, 235. By the time I had her, I was 260, so I didn't gain a ton with pregnancy. And then after pregnancy, I mean, it was just falling off. Like, the weight was just falling back off. I got down to about 235 again, felt comfortable, it was great. And then with nursing and everything, I thought that was helping to keep my weight down, and maybe it would go down even more because, you know, I was nursing and that kind of thing, chasing around a baby. Like, you know, you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna lose all this weight. No, I gained it all back, plus some. So my highest weight, I'll go ahead and give you my stats. My highest weight was 275. That's the highest I ever remember seeing on a scale. I think the highest weight my doctor's office has recorded for me is 273 maybe. So I have lost some weight since then, because my current weight right now is 262. I don't know if that'll be my surgery weight, because like I said, I have been losing weight for the past 6 weeks. So I might lose a few more pounds, but I assume I'm going to be between 260 and 265 on surgery day. So I'll be sure to document that as well, because I have a Shapa scale. I'll do a review on that one day because it's really cool. But I weigh in morning and night on that, and it gives you your average if you want to look at what your weight is. Otherwise, it gives you a color and lets you know if you're in like a weight gain or weight loss zone, that kind of thing. But I'll do a review on that because it's pretty cool. So, other stats, I am 5'8", 5'7" and a half, 5'8", I don't know, like, I've always been 5'8", and then I think when they measured me, I measured in at 5'7" and a half, so maybe I shrank some. Or maybe I just wasn't standing up straight. I don't know. But I'm about 5'8", and my frame is pretty large. I have huge calves. My mom has really big calf muscles, and I have big calf muscles too. I don't know that those are going to go away. I would love for them to get a lot smaller, because let me just tell you, in the winter, I don't get to wear cute boots and stuff, because even wide calf boots don't zip for me. It's bad. So they might tone up some more and go down, but I basically have an athletic build. Like, I'm broad-shouldered, I bulk up really easily, so, I even asked my husband at one point, I was like, would you be offended if I became like a bodybuilder at some point? Because like my body does build muscle pretty easily. But just to show you my wrist width, well, I can't even know, I don't know if I can show you this on camera, but you're supposed to be able to put your hands around your wrist, and if your middle finger and your thumb touch, then you're about normal bodied. If they overlap, you're supposed to be like a frail body structure or small body structure. And if they don't touch at all, if there's a gap, you're supposed to be a larger body structure. Because your wrist doesn't lose a ton of, like, you know, this is pretty thin for me. Like, it's not gonna go, like, there's not really any fat on my wrist. So there we go, now you can see. So they don't touch. So I do have a larger body structure, and I've always had like a bigger build. So I don't know what my goal weight is yet. I am gonna ask my surgeon on Thursday at the pre-op appointment to see what he kind of thinks, but we might just not know. We might not set an official goal weight. My goal right now is to get into Wonderland, and that is what people say when they've been in the 200s and they want to be below 200. So I would love to be 198. Like, that'd be great. That would be great. So my wedding, which was back in 2012, I weighed about 208, 210, and I was exercising and doing all kinds of stuff at that point. I don't know how I was eating. I think I was doing Nutrisystem. So like I've been dieting and doing programs for so long. I mean, I think the weight and my metabolism probably slowed down some at the end of college, because I really didn't have a ton of weight issues until probably sophomore, junior year of college. That's when I started getting up to like the 180s, 190s. My body was always really happy at like 170. I looked really good at like 170. That was great. So that might be an ultimate goal for me, is to get to like 170. I know there's this fear of like regain. So my ultimate goal would be to get down to like 160. And then if I regain up to like 175, I would be okay with sticking at 175. Like, that's mentally what I'm prepared myself for, but I don't know. We'll see. I just want to be healthy. That's my main concern. So, yeah, so I'm doing this. I'm having the surgery. It is on the books. It is scheduled. It is happening. So let's talk about support. My husband has been completely supportive this entire time. Like, at the moment I said something about it, and I was afraid he was going to be like, no, that's too drastic. Because a lot of people, like, that's their initial thought, is like, you're going under the knife? Like, no. He has been completely supportive. My mom, she has been completely supportive. I was also terrified to tell her. My sister, she has been completely supportive. So I've had, you know, all this support around me from my like 3 main people. And then my best friends have all been supportive. Like, they're on board with it too, and asking me like how I'm feeling about it, that kind of thing. So that's been good. Well, I made the mistake of calling my stepfather the other day because I couldn't find my mom, and I normally just call him like, hey, are you with her? Like, should I answer her phone? Go figure. Well, he had some words for me. And he was not very supportive. He tried to talk me out of it, tried to tell me to get lap band, all this stuff. And I'm like, look, I have done the research. I had a friend that had a lap band and it slipped. And like, I'm not going down that route. Like, I don't want to go down something where I'm going to have adjustments and do all this extra stuff. I want a one and done kind of thing, use it as a tool, not have to look back and, you know, do something later because something messed up. Like, there are risks. Yes, I am completely aware of the risks. I do all my research. But the risks are like 3% of complications for surgery. 3%. Versus gastric sleeve, it's about 5%. I need to look up again the risks for lap band, but there's a lot of research on lap band and bypass because they've been around longer. We know that. So, but I'll get into that another video. But I just want to say, like, if you're considering weight loss surgery, do your research. Do your research. Know your reasons. Know your why. You know, you have to be comfortable with the decision at the end of the day. I'm comfortable with my decision. This is not the easy way out. That's another thing he said. You're taking the easy way out. No, it's not. It is not easy to go and have surgery to lose weight. That is not easy. That is a lie. That is a false. That is a myth. So it's going to be hard. And I know that, but I'm mentally prepared for that. So just stick to your guns, be prepared, and you know, you're going to have naysayers. That's life. So, but thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting, and I will see you next time. Bye.